Um, number 10 you have to do, okay, because number 10, want to see if you can do it like number 9. Watch the video, hopefully you guys watch it, because number 10 is like these two here, this one and this one here. Okay, I'm going to put those on the test, so make sure you know them. Alright, so we're going to start with number 10 here. Okay, notice your homework didn't give you a table. I suggest you make your own table, because on the test I won't give you a table either. It's going to be like this without a table. You need to remember the table on your own. First you need to remember to do is put the solution type. Okay, so there's solution types. You're a chemist, okay? Oh my gosh. Why did I not stretch this out? Anyways, I'll need to remember my solution type. In this word problem, there's that word problem. You got 25%, the 50%, and the 45%. You guys see the percent? Those are your solution type of acid. How much acid the solution is, okay? A combined 25% acid, the type is 25% acid solution. The other type is 50% acid solution. And to make 40, so they're making this much right here, 40%. So amount of solution, that's they made amount of solution they made was 40 liters. Altogether, when they combine these two, they made 40 liters of the 45% type solution. Okay, now anytime you have percent, you have decimals, right? You need to make them into decimals. Okay, the amount besides the total, we don't know the amount. So we're going to label the 25% as X and the 50% type as Y. We don't know how much of it. So to find how much you have total, you have to multiply these two together. So you have to multiply this with that. Okay, so you'll get 0.25x and then 0.5y, and then you multiply this together. Use your calculator. Where's the calculator? Okay, here it is. 0.45 times 40, you get 18. 18. The total is 18 here. So you use these two right here as your equation. So once you put it up, you just set x plus y equals to 40 liter, and the other one is, I'm going to multiply ahead of time all of these by 100 because I don't want to work with decimals. So I would get 25x plus 50y equals to 1800, like that. Okay, if you multiply ahead of time by 100 to get rid of them, the decimals. Okay, and then I would get rid of the 50. Doesn't matter if you get rid of the 25 or 50. I find it easier to multiply by 50 than, I guess 25 is not hard either. Okay, I'll do 25 because it's smaller. So that's negative 25x, negative 25y equals to 0. Yeah, you guys. Or don't forget the negative, right? Did I do that right? 0, 20 carried to 2, 8, 10. Yep, negative 1,000. So I got 800 here equals to 25y. Divide by 25. Y is 3. That's 75. Remaining 502. 32. 8. Calculator just in case. I don't want to be wrong because it'll mess up your other spot. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yep, 32. Y is your 50% acid. So how many liters of each solution did she use? She used 32 liters of the 50% acid solution. And let's find how many of the other one I'm going to use x plus y equals to 40. Well, if this is y is 32, x has to be 8, right? To equal to 40. So x is 8. And 8 liters of the x is, if you go back, x is the 25% solution. Acid solution. To make 40 liters of the 45% solution that she wanted. Okay? That's how you do that. So I want you to practice this table, making your own for number 17. I think I put here an 18. Okay? These two up here on the side. That's how you do those. So I'm going to only ask for scratch paper and not that. I'm going to check for those two problems. Okay. Number 2, suppose you have just enough money and coins to pay a loaf of bread, which is $1.95. Okay, so your total is $1.95. So for sure these are correct. Okay. 12 coins in all, quarters and dimes. So this is correct. That is not correct. Quarters and dime equals to 12. That's not correct. So our possible answer is D or A, right? And then we need to look at the other ones. Oh, a quarter is 25%. A dime is 10, equals to that. So D is the correct answer. They left this to say this is absolutely wrong. Okay. Number 6. So put D on there on your answer. Suppose several students decides to start a t-shirt company. After initial expense is cost. They purchase each t-shirt for $3.99. So $3.99 for each t-shirt, so X. Gonna sell each t-shirt for $10.99, so 10x there. How many must they sell to break even? So they just want to find out how many they have to sell to break even, okay? So let's set them up and then find it. So the cost is $280 is the initial expense. So I'm going to do number 6 here. plus another cost, $3.99 for each t-shirt, so $3.99 times X. Okay. And then okay, I'm tired. You're planning to sell it for $10.99 each. This is your cost. So your income is the other equation you make by selling them for $10.99 each. Okay, and always define your variable. It didn't say in there, so set it up. So 280 plus 399 x equals to 1099 x. Subtract 399. $280 equals to 7x. Divide by 7. X is the number of t-shirt. So you have to sell 40 t-shirts to break even. Okay. Alrighty. That's how you do that one. I hope oh my gosh, the screen doesn't, gosh darn it. Anyways, you kind of got my work right there, right? The screen, when I recorded it, I told the thing to record too short of a screen. I'm sorry, but that's how you do that one. And I don't want to re-videotape. And let's go to number 11, 10, 11. Okay. Without solving, hey, you don't have to solve this. Tell which method you choose to solve each system. Would you graph, use substitution, or elimination? Explain your reason. If you don't explain your reason, I'm taking points off. Make sure you explain your reason. Okay? Okay. I would use substitution. Who would graph? It's so easy to use substitution. Okay, I would say I'd use substitution because unless you have graph paper, you just put dot, dot, dot and it'd be faster. But here you can just substitute y in and so make 0 to the x, and then you get your answer. And it's -1. Oh, 1 actually. No, it is 1, right? You subtract 3 because you substitute 4x for y and solve. It's easy as that, right? Substitute 4x for this y and solve. Okay, make sure you explain. A lot of you didn't explain. Elimination, right? Elimination, because they're in standard form. Both equations are in standard form. Definitely. I would graph this one. Because the fraction, I'd rather graph. I'd graph because it's in slope-intercept form. And it's a fraction. And getting rid of fraction is a little bit more work, but you don't need to explain that. Okay, number 14, I would use substitution because you can just substitute 4v for u next to 3, and you just multiply 3 times 4v and solve the rest and get your answer. Please write that down. You need to explain. Number 16, okay. Number 16, the perimeter of the rectangle is 34. The perimeter of triangle is 30. So find the value of m and n. Okay, this one is, you got 2 of these and 2n. So 2m plus 2n equals to 34. And this one here, you have n plus 1 plus n plus m, okay, equals to 30. So really you get 2n plus m plus 1 equals to 30. I would minus 1, 2n plus m equals to 29. So I would put that in here. M plus 2n equals to 29. I would use elimination, right? Multiply by a negative. I'd multiply this by a negative. Use elimination and then find n and then find m. Okay, I'll let you guys do that one. Finish it. The answer is n. Assuming m is 5 centimeters and n is 12 centimeters. It's 5 centimeters and 12 centimeters. That's the answer to them, okay? Number 26 to 28. I can go over these problems tomorrow in class too, guys. On Monday in class. Those two there. Those are important. Okay, 26. The answer to 26 is C. Oops. Okay, the answer 27. Oh, you should know this one, guys. Right. No. Which of the equation had the x-intercept of -2 and y-intercept of 3? Here has the y-intercept of 3. So it's between these two, right? So how is it B? Because x-intercept is when x is -2, y is 0. Y-intercept is when 0 and 3, like that, right? So you put, to find x-intercept of -2, you put x is 0. I mean y is 0. And then you find your answer for x. So you minus 3. Actually, it's harder than it looks, huh? Equals to 3 over 2x. That's, and then multiply by 2 over 3. Cross cancel, you get -2. You have to check on each one. So only possibility is one of these. And if you do it to this one, y is 0, x is negative 2. Can't cross cancel. Negative, 4 over 3, add 3 is not equal to 0, so that's not a possibility. Okay, so the answer is B. If you don't know the solution is negative 3, negative 5, you're in trouble. Okay, that's the solution there. Simplify that. You don't have to solve it. You just simplify it till you can't get the answer anymore. The answer is B after you simplify. Show your work though. Okay, use elimination for these. Find the slope for these question. So number 30, the answer is 4, 1, okay? Number 32 is 3 and 3 over 2. Do the work though. 36 is negative 2. Slope is negative 2. 34, the slope is 1 whole. And 38, undefined. Here's why it's undefined. You get y sub 2 minus y sub 1, 5 minus 0, over x sub 2, that's 8, minus x sub 1, 8. 5 over 0, you cannot, nothing, it's impossible. It's undefined. 0 cannot go into 5 ever. Okay, 42. Okay. Split it in 2. And then divide by 4. So 1 and 4. This is an and statement. At 1 and 4, 4 is closed, 1 is open, coming together. Okay? Okay, 44. Make sure you split it into 2. Solve it and graph it. And your answer should be 5. It's an and statement. And you graph it. That's the answer for 44. Okay, let me check myself. Alrighty. I think that's it, right? It shouldn't take you too long. It's not that hard. Didn't give you. Make sure you do these. If you don't, we may do it together in class. All right. Just in case I didn't show everything, you can. My screen is weird. All right.